Hey guys, all right, so I wanted to follow up with you guys and see how your sourdough challenge is going. Are you following the series and listening to the videos and printing out the recipes and stuff? If you're getting a lot of discard, make sure not to throw that out. You can create awesome stuff from that, and you can also use your discard to give the starter to someone else for them to start as well. So you guys can maybe challenge each other if you guys can share the starter with each other. So just a couple little things to talk about with the sourdough. Here's mine today. I fed this, if you can see it. I fed this morning. It was down to here, and now it's up to here. So I could right now take a cup of this out of there right now and go ahead and make probably any recipe usually calls for about a cup or something like that. So my favorite is the sandwich sourdough loaf bread. It just is very practical, everyday thing. So I would probably make this up tonight, and depending on what time it is and what time it was fed, and then I would let it rise in my oven all night long, and then I would bake it right when I get up in the morning. And just keep in mind, sourdough is a lot different than your traditional yeasty breads. It will not have that, an hour later you've got big old buns or something like that. It takes a long time for natural yeast to go ahead and do it. But because it's natural yeast and you're using a natural process, it's much healthier for you. It's breaking down the phytic acid and the stuff and the gluten and stuff that's in the flour, and it's healthier for your body to digest. So keep that in mind as maybe if you're getting impatient, you're like, this is just not working out, or I don't understand all of it. It's a health benefit to you if you love bread. So if you love bread, go with the sourdough part. And I know some people will say that the sourdough doesn't quite taste like what you buy at the store. And a lot of times I have heard that the sourdough flavor is actually an additive added into the sourdough breads, and it's actually just an industrialized yeast that they use. So that's kind of weird, I think. So, going back to the natural ways of doing food, and I always go back to like how Laura Ingalls Wilder would have done it, right? Is probably the better way. More fats in your diet, homegrown everything that you possibly can, and then stuff like sourdough. So there's a reason for that movement. We're going back towards homesteading and back towards what is natural and what is part of nature, and it's an awesome movement. So everything that you can figure out what to do to take back from the industrialized situation that we have been put in for the last 50 years or so is going to be better for you. It's going to be better for your family, and it's certainly better for your gut and for your health. So just keep plugging along, keep trying. It's really important to just, tackle one thing at a time. Every morning, discard half your discards. You're in the morning, you wake up and it's about this low. Discard half to the fridge, and then feed it. I like to do a half a cup of flour, quarter cup of water, mix that, and then you get like a thick pancake. And I do that every single day. Some days I use it, some days I don't use it. I've got several cups of discard in my fridge that I need to go ahead and make some stuff with. I think probably I'll do some waffles tomorrow. So that's what probably I'll do. But with that ratio that I do with the half cup flour, quarter cup water, you get about you get a cup of fully hydrated starter, and then it leaves just enough in the bottom that you can go ahead and remix again right after you use that 1 cup out. So if you wanted to do lots of bread in one time or something like that, you would eventually increase that. Maybe do today do the half a cup of flour, tomorrow do a cup of flour, and then a half a cup of water, and you can increase it, and then you'll just have more starter to play with depending on what your schedule is like, what your work schedule is like. I know that I have definitely gone like 2 days or something like that without feeding it because something came up, and then you can revive it. And so if you do miss some days, it might not spring back to the fully hydrated level that you were like it usually does if you were to discard and feed every single day. But you can just build it back up, and it'll just take another day or two. Really, it's quite resilient. And it's really awesome to work with. If you ever get a liquid layer that's a little gray on top, that's called hooch. That means your starter is very hungry. And I would just kind of pour that off and then, discard and feed like you typically do. So I hope your sourdough journey is going good. Leave questions or comments or anything. How is it going? Give me some success stories. What have you made with it so far? Or give me some questions or maybe you can't figure out something, let me know. I'm here to help, and I really want to help everybody learn an old traditional skill that I like to go back to the pioneer days, and probably went way, way back. It's been going on for a long time, right? So get your sourdough on. I'll see you guys later. Bye.